Welcome to the Secret Alliance. It's happening, Dani. Episode 3.
I have one question. Do y'all regret the way y'all voted? I'm just saying.
This has been awesome. We've heard a lot of great stuff from fans. I'm having more fun than I think anybody doing this and reconnecting with you and doing what we would do every season of Big Brother since 3.
I know, forever. I love it. I love talking about Big Brother. A lot of people don't know how you and I strategize a lot, even after the show. So I'm excited to have this so they can get an inside look on how we talk amongst fans and players, right?
We do have a little bit of extra insight, the way that we look at the game, the way that we look at the strategy. And when a fan might say, somebody will never recover from this HOH, the blood on their hands or the things, it's like, you know what? A couple of weeks in that house seems like years at different times. People have a very short-term memory in there, and all can be forgotten, all can be forgiven. And all of a sudden, that person that you had betrayed is now in an alliance with you, and people can't understand it at home. It's just what happens in that house. It's a vortex. How would you describe it?
I think, so the thing is, it's all about loyalty and building trust, right? Yeah. So the paranoia is rampant in the house. Mm-hmm. And probably the biggest things right now, and I can tell speaking from playing it twice, when you come back and play it again, everyone's like waiting, like who's going to make the first move, right? And then so there's pre-game alliances, there's people just waiting, they have assumptions, they think they know what's going on. So quite frankly, everyone's on a standstill. Everyone's doing what we call the meet and greet. Right? So we're just waiting till after the first nominations, because that's when the game starts.
All right, and Dani,
I can't wait.
While we're doing this, nominations are actually happening in the house. And we're going to try to bring a little spoiler here. We'll let you know. We'll give our viewers and listeners a chance to skip ahead. But the first thing here, we need to get to premiere night, okay?
Oh, let's talk about it.
It's here. We watched
It's here. I watched
Wednesday night, Dani. Give us your take.
It was painful to watch. CBS. I was like, "Ooh, somebody's gonna lose a job."
when they had the room locked.
Oh. The room was locked. The house guest was listening to Julie. She was trying to yell. It was a hot mess.
But Dani, we've all been there.
I loved it.
Julie was like all of us trying to wrangle the kids and they're not listening. They're running around. They're screaming. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
And this was a big reunion. A lot of these house guests have met each other at different times in passing at charity events or functions where we come together in different seasons or just in passing. Somehow or another, we meet somebody. So this was a huge reunion. For the first time, they're talking, they're seeing everybody. They were having a blast.
Right.
So
let's just say this.
We know that.
We know that.
We know that.
And what
but Julie couldn't get control of it.
She couldn't get control. And I think it was new. I'm gonna cut Julie some slack. I don't care, y'all. I'm gonna keep it real on this thing. But here's the thing. I'm a fan of Survivor and Big Brother, right? And what people love about Jeff Probst is his knack of giving play-by-play when the competition is happening. And so when I was watching this live episode, Julie piped in awkwardly when they were trying to maneuver the thing. And what I like about Jeff will give you play-by-play while it's happening. I don't know if they tape it afterwards, but Julie needs to work on that. She needs to say...
They do have the luxury of going back if they want to add that in, but I think Jeff is doing that live.
Okay,
I think he's
kudos
doing that
to
there.
Jeff.
I don't know. I haven't been on production for that.
I don't know, but here's the thing. She needs to work on that because it's that awkward silence you were hearing them, and you could hear like the house guys going, "Oh, I can't figure it out," and then you hear freaking Nicole F's nasal, "Oh, God, I can't find it. Jeez, this is really hard." And I'm like, ugh.
So, but what's your take on that competition, though, where we only ended up seeing 2 of the ladies make it into the second round, 4 guys. Right. And fans didn't like it. They thought it was unfair. They said the ladies ended up having to maneuver way down the board for a room that was far at the bottom, which was more difficult. The guys had answers that were somewhere around the middle of the board. Fans on social media, I've been reading, were not happy with that first part of the competition on premiere night.
Well, that happens. I mean, so...
Do you think it was a random draw? I think that
I think it normally is a random draw. It is. I know a lot of times when I would think some games are, I don't want to say steered, but you just know some people are going to be better in some games than others, right? So
well, you know what? Dani, I asked somebody about that, and this is going to lead us to a guest because I'm almost burying a lead here. We've got a special guest. She's standing by. I keep seeing the alerts popping up here. I'm tapping it. Just a couple of minutes here. This is going to be a real
She's
treat.
probably like, I want to play, y'all. I want
in. What are they saying? What are they saying? Let me in the room. Let me in.
Let me in, y'all.
We're not letting you in the house just yet.
Not yet, Amy.
Amy from our season of Big Brother, season 3. Amy is going to join us here in just a minute. The queen will be in the house. Sometimes self-proclaimed.
Self-proclaimed.
But we love Amy. We were at a birthday party. Dani, you and I went down to Key West and celebrated with Amy and her husband and her friends. It was a blast.
It was a blast. We had so much fun.
Many decades for Amy. We won't say. We won't say. But we had a good time in Key West. I had so much fun just seeing us and hanging out. Yeah. It was a blast to see her. And here's why I bring up Amy there, because she's going to be on the show in just a few minutes. But there was a competition I remember thinking, I was like, man, this was so perfect for Amy. They must have thrown it in so she could win that competition. And I asked some of the challenge producers at the rap party later, I was like, guys, why did you throw that in there? I was like, that was perfect for her. And they said, before the show ever went on the air, we had lined up week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. We knew what the competitions were going to be. That's just the competition that was supposed to happen that week. It so happened to be one that was in Amy's favor, a week that she needed, and all of that stuff. And so
I know exactly which competition you're talking about.
Yeah, balance a book on your head. Come on,
the charm school one, right?
Yes. Oh yeah.
I was like, can we just like get this over with and give her? Come on.
Yeah. No, and you know, and again, this is a game show. There's $500,000 on the line. There's standards and practices looking at this stuff. And so, you know, to the fans saying, oh, guys, this was this or that or the other, you know, there is a lot of stuff that's just random. And it's going to favor somebody, and maybe it's a player you didn't want to see it happen that week. You know, Charm School, I didn't need Amy to win it because Dani, you and I needed to win it that week.
We needed to win that. Yeah, but it worked out.
If we didn't control it, then we were always sweating it that whole week. That whole week was like, oh my God, Jason, you almost went on the block. You almost went home today.
You almost went on the block.
You got to
keep off the block. We have to keep off the block.
Okay, so there's a lot to talk to with Amy.
There is.
But the premiere, we got through the first round of the competition, and then we saw those 6 players going head to head in that. So we saw the last round of the competition. Let me just throw those names out there. Dani, who was it? We had.
I can tell you, it was Cody.
I wrote my notes down here. Yeah, Cody.
Memphis.
Of course. Memphis. We had Christmas.
And Kevin.
And Christmas. And Nicole.
Oh, Nicole tried? Oh, why bother? God bless her.
No,
so I called.
Didn't she make it? Yes, Nicole. Yes. Christmas, Nicole were the 2 ladies. Not Nicole F. Nicole. It's tough having 2.
So I'm gonna call
2 Nicoles in there. It's real tough.
I call Nazo Nicole.
Okay.
And I call the other. I call
Franzel.
Yeah, that's Nicole. And then the other Nicole, I call baby girl. And I said, baby, but we could call her Nikki. But
yeah, let's do that. Just Nikki.
We'll call her Nikki.
Yeah.
So we'll say Nikki. And
so
then
Christmas
Nicole.
and Nikki against Kevin, Ian, Memphis, and Cody. And then in that platform game where you just bolt through. And Cody did it in 22 seconds and some change really quick early on. It was after only a couple of players. It was hard for anybody to try to make the run in that kind of speed. So
it's pretty. It was
spoiler alert, Cody won.
Cody won. But did you see Memphis? Woo! That dad bod was not nice to him. He was breathing all hard. He's like,
come on. You know, you need to go look at the ages of these contestants. We joked about, our own ages. I couldn't do these competitions now. I'm in my 40s. You know, Dani, this stuff is
my
tough.
hip. You know, I'm telling you.
Just goofing around on the show, it's like you get winded.
I would have been like, where is my Bengay? Because I am hurting. So
I know.
The house guests are more
did something
seasoned
in the garage. I got this elbow aching from a couple of weeks ago, Dani.
I mean, I missed the step coming down the stairs.
I got an Achilles tendon doing something from running too fast.
We're so old. We're old.
I know.
Can you imagine them trying to do us in there?
This is your grandpa doing a podcast here, everybody. No.
I swear on everything I love, if I ever play this game again and they introduce that slip and slide, soon as Julie goes, house guest, let's begin. And she said, all right, ready, go. I would have went and put my cup down and sat down and be like, I'll just wait till y'all finish.
Here we go.
Because I can't fall. It
hurts
so much.
Yeah, you got to take a cup and they grease that up.
And
we'll see that competition at some point this season. Yeah. You got to keep filling water up and raise the ball up. It's a fan favorite. We love it. We want to see it. But, oh, man, it is brutal on
let me
their
ask you
bodies.
this question, Jason, because
Yeah,
it's funny.
yeah, Dani.
And then we'll get her on. When Christmas did her challenge, who were you not thinking like, oh God, I hope she doesn't hurt herself? Did you not think that?
Yeah, I want to know if she's drinking her milk, whatever, things they can give her. Is there a supplement to strengthen her bones? Oh, I know. I'm so worried that she's going to break a bone.
I was so scared.
I mean, and the sound of that bone breaking, they had to play it again in the premiere episode. It's rough. Now, I will say this. Another thing fans said is not only was it painful, it felt like the show moved slow in the premiere episode. Sunday night, I can assure you fans, it's going to feel totally different. They're going to pick up the pace. It's produced. It's an hour in and out. So much content slammed in there. But it was a long 2 hours. I felt it. I tweeted about it. I wanted to see it move a little quicker in pace. It's hard to do that with all those live competitions, but I think just the nature of what we're dealing with COVID-19, they needed that much time. They couldn't move them in.
And everything. Couldn't move them in. You know what I mean? So it was just, it was painful to watch. And I'm like, whew, this is a rough live show, but at the same time, I was excited to see it. Yeah. Right.
And that's what that's the way I felt. And I posted it on social media because I want, if you've done like I've done, dragged people into this season to watch it, they've never seen Big Brother.
Come on in.
22. Yeah. This is All-Stars. And this is going to be amazing. And then I said, oh, sorry about that premiere.
No, but it's going to get better.
Yeah, so please stay with us. It's going to be awesome. Hey, and Dani, this is the time we got to get Amy in here. But I just need some predictions. We're also going to do our winner predictions. I've sealed mine up, but I'll give you one little clue here. We'll do that toward the end of this thing. Don't let me forget. Little brother who's running this whole thing. That's okay. You can just put it in your head and put it in an envelope later. But
I'll text your brother.
Here. Yeah, yes. Little brother, is helping us with the Big Brother podcast. He's so tech savvy. Yeah, because Dani, what people don't know is we talked about doing this, and it was like Thursday before the premiere, and then I mentioned it to him, and we made it happen, and then we were doing it like 2 days later on a Saturday, and then Tuesday, and then it was it was crazy. So
and I want the fans to give you a special shout out, Jason, because. Yeah. I honestly was so done with Big Brother. I really was. I was like, I'm not going to be on the show. I was like, I'm not going to tweet about it. I'll just read a little bit. I'm going to do my thing. And then you call me.
We're missing out if we don't hear from you, Dani.
I know. And so you call me and I said, God knew they got to stick Jason on her because that's the only way anyone could get me to do it is you. So I was like,
come on, Dani. Come on. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Ugh. I hate you for it.
Real Jan. And here we are. It's a blast. You're loving it.
I'm loving it.
Better than ever.
I'm loving it.
And we are going to tell you a little spoiler here and get some reaction if we find out the nominations. That's why we're recording this. So just so you know, we'll give you a heads up about the spoilers. We don't want to ruin anything for you. The one thing about Amy coming in here, Dani, in like 60 seconds before we can get her in, what do fans need to know right now? We've had her sitting there for about 10 minutes.
First of all, she gonna say, y'all kept me waiting, y'all, for so long, but I'm happy to be here. And Sugar, she gonna say Sugar.
I forget she calls me that. Well, she used to call me that, but that's her husband. Okay, sorry.
I think
I lost the title.
Sugar Plum. He's Sugar Plum.
That's right.
So it's gonna be fun. So let's get her in and let's rip the Band-Aid off.
Do this. Hey, it's Amy. Amy. Oh, so good to see you.
Hello, awesome. Miss Amy.
Danielle, it's so good to see. Listen, I seriously thought that there was some conspiracy and you were coming in later. So I was like, Danielle's in hiding. She's going to be in hiding for like a month.
She wouldn't believe you. Amy kept texting me. She was saying Danielle is going in that house. I know. I said no. And I said, what's your basis? And what did you think? It was the short texting,
okay,
right?
No, this is where it started. Lori sent me a message on Facebook.
You betcha.
No, Lori, you betcha. The hand washing argument, Lori.
Yes, Lori.
You betcha.
She knew what was up with hand washing long before COVID-19.
She was before her time on the hand washing.
Yes.
But she sent me a message and she's like, have you heard from Danielle in the past few weeks? I think she's in sequester. And I'm like, well, no, but I'll text her and see what's going on. And then you didn't text me back for a couple of days. And I'm like, oh, dude, So I wrote Lori back and I was like, oh my God, she's in sequester. So Lori and I had this thing the whole time. And then everybody got involved on Facebook and Twitter. And they're like, oh, we want to see Danielle. We want to see Danielle. And I was like goading them on because I'm like, y'all, I think she's being sketchy. I think she's her phone, but I think they're letting her text. But I think they're like watching her tweets and making sure, like telling her what she can say.
This is awesome.
Had the biggest conspiracy theory. It was like
you need to stop watching some of those A&E shows or something. I don't know.
I know. And I told you, I swore on the love of my kids. I swore on 8-pound baby Jesus. I said, I am not in the house.
Nope. Amy, we're going to reveal our picks here at the end of this episode. Who we think will win Big Brother season 22.
Oh, cool.
Can we throw somebody out from you? Have you given it any thought? I mean, just looking at that initial cast, anybody looking strong? It's so hard to predict.
I haven't, but Don did, and he doesn't watch. He doesn't watch Big Brother.
And Don's a smart man. So who did he say?
I don't know her name. He said the nerd girl in the glasses.
Okay.
Which one?
Nikki?
So Nicole
or something
that you call baby girl, Danielle.
It's not Nicole with the blonde hair. No,
it's Nikki.
Okay.
Nikki.
Yeah. Okay.
Baby girl.
Baby girl. Okay, so he thinks Nicole baby girl is going to win it. Podcast host.
He does.
All right, that's interesting.
I know.
I mean, at this point though, she might be able to.
Things.
She might be able to stay under the radar for a little bit because there are some big targets. Like you see a Janelle walk in that house and you go, you can't beat her in a competition. You've seen Cody now dominate. You go, okay, these are some people initially you need to move out if you're not as strong in competitions. Okay.
So competitions is a big thing. And so one thing I think people failed to think about, Amy, you were a comp beast.
Yes.
Competition beast.
Yes, you were.
The thing is, I didn't mean to be. I just thought it was so much fun. I wanted to win.
I didn't mean to be.
I swear to God.
Amy,
like that.
Let me just tell you, that was always a fear with keeping you around. Is we were like, she can win anything, and there was a point where it was Dani. We discussed. It was Amy or Lisa or Lisa or Amy.
There were 3 competitions in 1 week, and that's when y'all were like,
no. And that's one of the reasons why we did not take you was because when
Jason and I went on that cruise.
That was the nail in the coffin.
That sailboat cruise, and that was it.
Now, Amy, I will say this.
Sick.
I got home.
People don't realize you had the flu and you were sick.
I had the flu, and then I threw up over the side of the boat, and I turned my head.
It was camera. It was classy, Amy. if I've ever seen.
Classy.
Thank you for holding my hair, Jake.
You're welcome.
It was awesome.
That was really a great moment on the show, like stuff you'll never forget. But I will say this: I got home to emails, and there were friends and different people at that time sending email to like my parents and even to me, knowing I would see it later. But on that night when we kicked you out, they were like, "That's where Jason lost the game," and I was like, they saw it from outside of the house, but what they weren't seeing inside is how dangerous you were in competitions, Amy. You were crushing it.
That I've thought about before, and I wish, because you said that if I had brought up anything on the boat, that we would have talked about it, and I didn't. I never brought it up. And the thing is, I was behind y'all 100%. I would have, if I had won something, I would have been with you. I would have done what y'all wanted me to do. I did what y'all wanted me to do most of the time.
It's so hard to know that though. And
we don't know.
And Dani, do you think like now in hindsight, and I don't even like to play that game, but was that decision and then Amy, you know, that cost us $500,000?
Well, here's the thing.
Let's
keep it 100. Let's keep it.
Okay.
One of the 3 of us. $500,000.
Wait. I was always playing for second. So let's just anyone could have.
But you weren't initially. It was when it got farther down in the game you realized. Initially Roddy's eviction and somewhere around in there you went, Roddy's eviction.
So no matter what it was, I got to the point in the game, and Amy, I don't know, Jason and I, the conversation was, if we can't win it, who do we think should win it? Now, Amy, nothing against you, but you were evicted, and then you came back in the house.
And that's true. And I had zero strategy. Zero.
Right. And so
but now
I
looking at it,
Jason,
Dani,
I love you,
looking
Amy.
at it though, the jury wouldn't have given it to her because
we don't know.
Because I came back. They would not have given it to
me. But let's just say this. There were sour grapes. People were upset about Danielle with the countdown and the devil horns. And so maybe nobody
let's just say,
would have
if
voted
you were sitting next to me, you were going to win $500,000. I love you, Amy. I love you, but I could not lose against you. I just couldn't.
Let me just tell you,
they would have given it to me because I got kicked out and came back in. I don't know.
It's one of those things that you can't figure out.
You can't really figure out.
Dani, I will say this. One of my things that I think was a mistake is I shouldn't have won the second round. I should have let you play for me.
Yep.
Because I trusted you. I had no doubt, but I was like, I don't want that pressure.
I think I could have beaten Lisa on that Q&A.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Sure. I'll tell you this. I spoke to a therapist after Big Brother. And in speaking to this therapist, this game, it plays with your head. Yeah. Yeah. And she said that competition, when you look at it just analytically, is designed for a woman's brain. You know, like how people perceive you and things. Like guys are like, I don't know how people, I don't know what they say.
But who cares? Yeah. It's fine. We've all moved on.
I know, but it was so fun to reminisce with you about this. So Amy, Big Brother 22, you think? Based on Don, your husband's suggestion, and by the way,
that's his suggestion. That's not mine.
Well, who do you think? Who does Don say won? Who's going to win?
He says the girl in the pink. He says the girl in the pink pants.
Okay, Nikki. He thinks Nikki's going to win.
That's his pick.
Nikki, baby girl.
And this
not Nicole F.
This is based on one episode. He's never seen the show, the whole show in its entirety before, not even our season. This was based on.
That's funny though. That's really funny.
So sure Danielle was going to pop up any minute that I was like, we have to watch the whole thing. I was like, Amy, they've announced everybody. I'm like, she's going to come out of a box.
Amy, let me break it to you right here. It's not happening.
It's not happening. I don't know if you got the memo.
Do you like any of these players though, Amy? Do you like them for the win? Is there somebody you could see sneaking through and going all the way? Let's talk about some of these people. Have you met any of them along the way?
Yeah, I've met them. Some of them. I want Ian to win.
You want Ian to win? Ian, you guys, he's my all-time.
He's Dani's pick. Yeah.
He's not. I don't think he's my pick.
No, not to pick for Big Brother 22. But I asked you on a previous episode here of the Secret Alliance, and you said that guy Ian. He is my favorite winner of all time.
All time. I just love me some
There's something to be said about that.
And you know why? Because he's just Ian. And you know what? He's so smart, and he knows he's so smart.
Yeah.
And
I agree.
He's good, y'all. I really like Ian. I love him to pieces. He's just my guy. And you know what? I'm gonna tell you, I'm a big Ian fan. But I love one thing. His little quirkiness is when he does that little rocking thing.
Is that his poker tell?
He's so cute. I just love him. I don't know. It's just me.
I think he's giving away though some stuff, and maybe he's trying to look like he doesn't know what's happening.
But he likes. But
I think it's a little bit of a tell.
You know what Ian's weakness is?
I want to hear.
Are you listening?
Yeah.
Blondes.
Oh, is Janelle?
So I can see him trying to get close to either
Nicole F.
No, maybe a Keesha, but he has this thing for blonde. So we'll see. I could be wrong.
Okay.
I could be wrong.
And Keisha's one to watch. She might be somebody who could align with Ian.
She might be. She really might be. I thought about that. She really might be.
I mean, fans, I just want to say this. There are some pre-game alliances, right? We all know they're out there, right?
Right. They're not supposed to do that. But because it's an all-star season, everybody's been texting everybody.
I wouldn't have. I would have walked in there with no alliance. I'm just saying, because I follow the rules. Thank you very much. You know, a thing called NDA.
Yeah, they do sign those. You're not supposed to talk about that.
But listen, Danielle follows it so well that when the first All-Stars came about, I went to Los Angeles. And I'm sitting there. I ended up like crying back out.
This is so good. Tell the story, Amy. This is a good story.
And
Go ahead.
I'm like, I can't go on All-Stars like a month after my honeymoon. So I'm in contact with Danielle the whole time. I called her. I'm like, I got the call. They're doing All-Stars. So the whole time, Danielle's like, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
Then she gets taken away. Wait a minute. Remember you were in sequester and they had you in a hotel room.
And you were in the room next to me. And I'm texting Danielle.
I was in the room next to her for All-Stars.
And I'm texting her, and she's like, "Well, you need to say this and do this, and make sure you're like, you know,
be quiet. You sure you're not going to come? Da da da." So all
yeah,
that
she's
time,
like, quit crying, because I was crying because I was like, I miss John. I've never been away from him for 24 hours.
I'm in the hotel room right next to her, and she has no clue that I'm there for All-Stars with her.
Yeah,
and I don't think Amy realized I was going to All-Stars until your wedding, because I kind of gave you a hint.
Yes, you kind of gave me a hint. That's when I knew it was my wedding.
It was at the wedding. I was trying to get you to come. Remember, I begged you, and you said no. And I said, Amy, what if I'm there with you?
You did.
And I was trying to give you a hint. And she wasn't feeling it.
Will you do it if I do it? And you were like, I don't know, but you know, think about it. And I'm like,
just think about it. And I went, Amy, you have nothing to worry about. Remember I would say that? And I'm like, everything's going to be all right.
Everything's okay.
That's something. I will say, I felt like at the wedding, I got a hint. Dani didn't give it up. I was just like, it's okay if you go on that thing. If you're on All-Star, you can do it. I'll be happy. I'll watch you.
Exactly.
She didn't give it away. But I remember driving home, and I remember thinking, Dani's going to be on that show.
Oh, you figured it out.
Yeah, Jason knows me.
The only thing that she said to me is, what if I was there with you? And I'm like, that might work.
Yeah. I was trying to get Amy. We were this close, people.
I know. They would have loved to see it.
If it had happened a year later or a year before, I would have been all in. But I mean, I didn't want to come home from my honeymoon and go straight into sequester.
Oh,
it was a tough time. You know, that's the thing.
It's fun to me.
You know, a lot of people probably were asked, even for this current season of All-Star or the first All-Star season, and just couldn't do it. Life gets in the way. And our lives have changed from when we could give up a whole summer.
Yeah.
You know, when we were young, Amy, when we were young.
When you and I were 23 or 24, 25, we were able to do it.
Yeah. Before
y'all were that young?
Before all the work.
Yeah, we were. I turned 24 a month before I went to the house.
I am old.
Yeah. Same here. I turned 25 right before walking into that Big Brother house.
Yeah,
and now 43. I am 43. I 18 years later. Yeah. I guys, I did put a little, I normally don't for the podcast, but I had to put some makeup on because I got a sunburn yesterday. But that's all the work I do is what you can do with makeup. But
Jason's on the camera all the time. He knows how to work the makeup.
Well, the one thing I am scared about playing the game again is being in that diary room, because when we did it the first time, they didn't have HD TV, no high def. Yeah. So they can see all newts and crannies and scars and all that stuff on your face now. Oof.
I know. It is really, it's really a different game. It has changed so much. Do you guys think that the twists now are so much harder than our season? Because we just had to navigate a few of them. Amy coming back. I do
veto, think that they are a lot harder.
The golden veto.
A few things. Yeah, the golden power veto. A few little things that came into play. But man, there are twists and turns around every corner now in this game.
That's why you have to, you can't, like anyone that's going to play this game, it's a marathon, right? So you have to pace yourself. You can drink, Amy, we know.
Wait, what?
I'm just having a little simple water.
No, Amy,
it's okay.
It's all right. I was ready.
It's Friday night, and I've been teaching
Friday night. I know. I got ready. I was going to toast with you. Cheers.
We're going to toast with you.
Cheers.
Where are you, Amy?
It's not a
Friday night. Come on.
It is Friday night, and
it's Friday night, sweetie.
So wait, come on.
Online, it's hard.
Are you? You hadn't had a drink on a Friday night yet?
It's wine, Jason. I'm not drinking water.
Okay, Dani, you won the bet.
Duh.
Actually,
I looked at the time. I said, I think she's had about 2.5 glasses.
Yeah, we need to count.
I only had one. I'm on my second.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. We got time then.
I waited until late.
No,
I was like, no, I don't want to be all like that. So I'm good.
You just need to get a little loose. Okay.
I'm not falling out of a hammock.
Amy. Yeah. You got everybody's drinks that night, first night of the BB game.
I did.
Yeah, Big Brother 3. What did they give it? Like a 6-pack? You were in a tree and you drank the whole 6-pack.
I didn't even think about the fact that I would have to go to the restroom.
Well, Diablo, Sousa, and what was the other one? Citrona.
Yes,
Citrona.
They don't even make that anymore.
I was going to say you couldn't get it if you wanted to.
You can get it at a dollar store now if you want Citrona.
Oh,
I
man.
don't think they made it then. It was just something they gave us. I've never seen that on television.
No.
I look for that at the grocery store. I never saw that.
All right.
Well,
so Amy, you talked about the premiere of Big Brother.
Yeah.
There were a couple of funny scenes in there that cracked me up. And to me, the one that I actually did the belly laugh was when they introduced Cody and his family, and his father tried to give him a kiss. He's like, nope.
Yeah.
Remember last time what happened? No kissy this time, Pops. No me with our family.
Yeah, I did see that.
It was funny. He's like, nope.
That was great.
That was pretty funny. And then
Yeah.
Keisha's hysterical. I think people
she is funny.
I liked her on her season. So
Right.
I like her.
Right.
Who do
right.
we look for in this house? Because somebody's got to rise up as a villain. Who's that person in this cast? Danielle, Amy, what do you say? Is it going to be Janelle?
No, it's going to be Enzo.
Oh,
Really?
wow.
But he's
Enzo's going to
he's kind
Nope. He's going to
he's kind of likable. Yeah. Okay, so
likable.
they like we like the meow meow.
Yes.
Let me clear my throat. I was likable too. I'm just saying.
Yes.
Just saying.
Yeah, it's different what the fans think
house.
than the house guests. Yeah.
You're
right,
in a
Dani.
jury house where people could not see your
I think he's going to be our villain this year. I think,
all right.
I'm looking forward to the diary room so I can get all the tea, because right now everyone's speculating who's alliance or what's really going on with this person, but we really don't know until we see the people's diary rooms, right?
Right.
Okay.
So I look at when you look at the house guests, you're like, all right, who's going to form an alliance? Even though they have pre-game alliances, just so you guys know, that goes out the window. But the two people that I could see working together that really made my spider senses tingle, and I know Jason and I, we talked about having a ride or die, right, Jason?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And
early on.
So I can see Memphis and Cody, because those two guys had their ride and dies, right?
Yeah.
And they're not there.
I totally agree.
And I think we need to watch those two in particular. Also, I'm hoping Bayleigh and Davon, for obvious reasons, form an alliance together, because I really want to see them work together.
Yeah.
And Davon is so smart. So hopefully she learns to keep her mouth shut this time. And
she said it in her interview at the beginning of the show, though. She said that in that little introduction video. She said, I got to keep it quiet.
Keep it quiet. Even if you know stuff, you got to act stupid all the time. And I think that's when she has an opportunity to be successful in this season. So I'm looking at her a lot, but I just can't wait until nominations happen, because that's when it's gonna be so good.
I know we've been trying to follow this. I don't know that they're gonna get them done in time for us to put it on here. We'll react to it soon. But Amy, about the premiere, we heard a lot of fans saying they thought it was slow, or they thought the competitions dragged. What was your take on this whole thing? What was premiere night like for you?
I liked that they had competition and then competition, introduction. I liked the way they did it, but I do think that the type of competition they did was something that was so tedious it took a little long. And I know they had a time limit, but it was still something that I thought it took a little long. I mean, you kind of got bored in between.
Yeah. Amy, how much did you wine did you spit at the television when the guys and girls couldn't get into the room for the have-nots? They went to climb through the tunnel. And
it was awkward. I was like, oh my God.
That was
that was a spit take. I laughed so hard. It was great. That was
awesome.
I mean, the network was probably freaking out, and somebody may have lost a job.
You know they were. And Don and I were talking about it, because he's been in that industry, and he's like, oh, somebody is so pissed. Like, shit's going back in the back. It's bad. Somebody's in trouble. I'm like, yeah.
But you know, they may be doing some production remotely too. So you may have a producer working in a location that's different this season than before. So, you know, these are the things that we're dealing with amid the COVID-19 pandemic. Right. But the produced show Sunday night, I can guarantee you, is going to be as slick and as fast-paced and error-free as anything, because they don't want a repeat of that for fans to go, come on, guys, this is 22. This is All-Stars. Exactly. Look like it. Yeah.
Right.
So Amy and Danielle, I just got word that we have nominees in the Big Brother house. So we're going to put a little spoiler in here and get your take on it. First take on Cody's nominations. He nominated, get ready for this, Keesha and Kevin.
Oh no, not Kevin.
Kevin.
Wow.
So this is my thing. Kevin is an easy nominee because
definitely.
if he survives this week, it's not going to come back at him, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I love
come back at Cody.
So yeah, come back at Cody. So either the target is Keesha.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm always I don't believe in pawns. I don't know. I don't believe.
Right, but is there a strategy? Is there a strategy right now for someone to win a veto, get somebody else on the block, and the twists and turns and all of that? They know Cody knows whoever I nominate right now. Both of these people may be safe at the end.
They can come down.
They might.
I don't know because there has been talk. Fans were worried that it was going to be just out of the gate, Janelle and Kaysar. It looks like they were connected up, and that was going to be, that was going to be the situation.
Y'all, but I have to ask, if you were in Cody's position right now, would you have put up Janelle and Kaysar?
Well, because next week when he's not able to get that kind of safety, he is a huge target and the easy nomination for that.
And if you get one of them, the other will come after. I get it.
But this is a game you can't play. You can't play safe.
All right, let's have a timeout. So I've watched the live feeds.
Janelle, I haven't done it yet.
So here's the tea, y'all. Kaysar won some type of competition where he's safe and he's able to give safety to Janelle. Okay. So that's why he could not nominate Janelle and Kaysar.
Wow. Okay.
Oh.
So I always said Kaysar. People are like, why is Kaysar not? I said Kaysar's in the house to help Janelle, and Janelle needs some help. So Kaysar is a great strategist. Mm-hmm. He sometimes comes off quite arrogant. Yeah, I know. I'm a little cocky myself.
But that's how you read it. You can call it if you see it.
So what's probably Kaysar's probably thinking, because Kaysar has this little swagger about him where he's like, I just won a competition. And I'm all that in a bag of chips. So I'm sure his chest is pumped up a little bit. I know Kaysar. So we'll see how this goes. If he can keep it dialed in and not talk about how smart he is to other people or thinking that they're going to run the gambit like Chill Down did and All-Stars, he needs to just hone that back a bit. But we'll see how this plays out. So
it's certainly going to be fun to watch.
It's going to be fun to watch. I will say this. I'm so disappointed because I need Kevin to stay in the house because I love him.
Yeah, he's great. And he's going to be a lot of fun to watch this season.
Right.
Like he brings so much energy and excitement. And you immediately, I felt like in the premiere episode, I'm rooting for this guy. I can't wait to see what he's going to do in the season. Do you think Cody picked those two people because he felt in a POV competition they could be easily beat in a competition? So he's already looking at who might not win a competition. That's an easy target.
Wow. I think Keesha might do well in a competition.
She might. I don't know. We'll see.
And that's one of the things right now, guys. There's so much that we don't know about this season and really knowing how these guys are playing.
I think that I wish Big Brother would get rid of all endurance competitions for HOH. And I think all endurance competition should be for POV. Because if my ass is on the block.
I like that.
How much do you want?
How much do you want to live and survive? Right? So I think they should raise the stakes up for endurance for POV. I don't care about HOH. It's just a phone booth,
Oh, yeah, exactly. Hold up your
crap
car.
shoot. I'm okay with that. But the POV, that should be an endurance.
I like that. Let me just tell you though, as 43, I'm not going back in looking to compete in any endurance because those were the most brutal. And for days, you'd ache, you'd hurt, you'd be cold. It was hard to recover from. Yeah,
you would be nasty. Remember after that pie competition, we were all fighting for the shower, and we were at the outdoor shower, and I lost my ring the second time after Danielle had to dig through the pies to find it.
Yeah, that one. And can I tell you this? That first round of the final HOH competition. I mean, I'm a journalist I've won Emmys and AP awards and all of this stuff. But when I was 25 years old on Big Brother and in that boat, and I needed to go to the bathroom,
Yes.
I went.
Owned it. I peed to warm myself up. I ain't scared. I don't care. Judge me. I was cold as hell. I was like, in fact, I'm surprised in one instance. I think I left my mouth open because I want the water to come
You needed to drink.
To hydrate so I could pee some more.
That's
I was
probably
so damn cold.
how I got distracted. I was like, oh, well, God, let go of the key.
When you let go of the key, I just like, oh, damn.
No, I was crushed. It was devastating. It was
devastating.
Yeah. It was terrible. Okay, guys.
It's cold as hell.
This has been fun. We're going to run out of time here. We want to get this up so people can post their comments to us. Dani, you and I are going to be back doing this again. Amy, thank you so much for your time. We love catching up on things and life. You look amazing as always.
As always, Miss Amy.
I mean, that smile, that glow, it's so good. And Dani, I forgot to tell you this. I caught up with Amy when she was here in Orlando. What was it? Just a few months ago.
No, it was last year in July.
Yep.
Oh, was it that long ago? Oh,
it was. We've been in quarantine forever. There's no time in quarantine.
I know. It's like it was just right before quarantine, wasn't it? No.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have no clue. There's no
Amy
time
then,
anymore.
Yeah. Amy, it's so great. We'll catch up through the season. We may have to have you back here. Here's the big question.
I want to add that I am pulling from Memphis. He's a local boy. So
is he?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I like it.
When I hosted the competition on Big Brother with his year, he was the one that I competed against and won.
Oh.
So I'm pulling for him.
All right. Now, Amy, here's the thing. If we could, and this is almost the impossible task, but like if we could round up all of our cast, would you come back and do it? Would you want to do this little reunion thing?
Yes, and
I mean, it's a dream.
All of season 3.
I will tell you that I've already got Josh.
Would you do it, Dani? It was like, Dani is not going to be available.
I'll be like, I have one question. Do y'all regret the way y'all voted? I'm just saying.
I have Josh and I have Lori. So
okay.
Nah, that's all right.
I mean, it's a dream.
Even after the show, I love all of y'all. So y'all like family.
We all do.
We live together for that one crazy summer, and there's a bond that you can't break. Doesn't matter.
Well, hey, listen.
If you liked anybody's game or not.
As soon as the COVID is over, which is not this year, we need to all do horror nights again.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing.
Sure.
Okay. And even if it's just the 3 of us, but maybe we can get it. Amy, I'm gled you brought that up. We're going to post that picture here. Little brother, my little brother is kind of running the scene.
From that.
Yeah. We'll just post the one.
Okay, that was right before I broke my leg. And
how many drinks did we have? I can't remember. Were we drunk? Probably.
No, well, not really.
Drunk, Jason?
No, I was in charge of you guys. I had Amy's husband had given the speech, and he had said, watch her. Cut her off, and if anything goes down, get him out of there and get the Uber.
Yeah,
so,
I love it, Amy. We always wait. Amy has this thing when her voice gets deeper. We're like, time to go.
Well, that one night, Dani, when we were hanging out,
remember, wrap it up.
And Dani went, get the car,
get the car, wrap it up.
Last night, and
you got 20 minutes.
Don't go buck wild, and I was like, I won't. And then the last night, I'm like, oh, that's too shy.
It's so good. We're reliving our Big Brother summer every time.
You guys have no. We have so much fun together. So I just want to say that
this was awesome.
I will say this. People, I don't need to sound corny, but that summer of 2002 was probably one of the best summers I've ever had in my life, regardless of the outcome.
Oh yeah.
And to have you guys as my friends, I might not won the big one, but I won the friendship that I won. It's just amazing. So I chuckle. I always talk about that summer every now and then, and I love all you guys, regardless of the situation. I'll give nothing but hugs and kisses when I see y'all.
Yeah, I can't wait.
I equate it to the best adult summer camp ever. We played in the pool all day. We sat by the hot tub at night, and we played games when they told us to.
And most importantly, Dani cooked.
Yes.
Cooked for us, and then you know how we end this thing, because we gotta go. Dani, with what you did all summer long in there, and why we looked really great is because you led the workouts in ab class.
You did ab class. Ab class. Yes.
Y'all want to see my big belly? Y'all want to see my big belly? It's nasty,
Dani,
y'all.
You are telling a fib. She said that. She was like, I need to get in shape. And we saw her for your birthday down in Key West, Amy. And
yes.
Dani, you're phenomenal fit. Like,
no. That was
take us any day.
Was pre-quarantine shelter in place,
okay.
Dani.
All right, all of us added on the quarantine 15 or the COVID-19.
COVID-19.
Yeah,
exactly. 19. I'm actually at about 8, but I finally quit ordering boxes of Godiva to be delivered to my house. So
well, there's your problem now.
All right. Until then,
Amy, love to you, to your husband. This has been phenomenal. Thanks for doing this. Dani,
all right, we do a dance when we go out,
do a crunch. No, we're crunching it out. Have class.
People like these old losers.